just wanted to hear what you guys think about this. So we're basically thinking maybe doing a little bit like either mixed or fully on-site event. So maybe invite everyone and we'll organize a little tour and a little entertainment. Let me put some. How this works. Yeah, so basically wanted to get everyone together, maybe like in middle of August, like after ClockOn, so like 17 to 21, and do a little bit mixed. Well, we'll see how many people sign in to come. But basically, we have like a bus company just around behind my back here. Well, we see those buses going around, so we want to rent a little campground. It's in the mountains, so it's like about 3.5 hour drive. But it goes through kind of nice places, and we can stop for a dinner and a drinks. Since we're not going to drive the bus, there are a couple of places along the road which are kind of touristy. So we can stop there, take some pictures, and have a walk. So it, and then and so basically we'll do 3 days there. It's like looking at they have like area for a meeting, and also we can do river rafting. There's also like yogas and other stuff if somebody into that. But then basically get a. They also can do like like social stuff. It's all like all inclusive essentially. They'll do meals and snacks. I've been there probably like 10 years ago. Pretty nice. And then get back to the office for maybe 1 or 2 more days and test more stuff. So and that's that kind of overall structure. And on the testing side, what we can propose, we can do like on SIP side, we can do the same thing with RFC 8760. We could also try to set up something with those fancy GWTL scenarios. There is also stir shaken, which was pretty good last year. We still have all those scripts, so we can retest and update, or maybe convert some of it into more like GitHub pipelines and whatnot. Could also set up some testing for SRC scenarios. And again, could create some pipelines and whatnot. Also, the recent development list in OpenSIPit I've seen. So you guys have prac support or that stuff, kind of new stuff.
We're trying to do like endpoint prac handling, but yeah, it's not perfect.
Yeah. But also what else in CP here really merge a lot of Prague improvements into open source, so might be a good opportunity. Um, and then there is security, so we can set up some of those scans and traditional stuff that Sandra been doing, and also maybe some of his new scenarios too. We can work on some mitigations and um, uh, yeah. Then have not. I should probably speak. Ask what if SIPULs can do some testing, but also could include some more scenarios. For example, with like media and encryption and whatnot. Yeah, some voice AI as well. Test what people got just um, overall. And so for now, I spoke I guess to OpenSIPs enable security, and we are willing. So we need to speak, invite more people. So if you guys any of those other organizations come up and yeah, financing it where we could sponsor some of it financially organizationally, but basically if it's a lot. How do I admit him? Hold on. What? I need to stop sharing, I guess. Oh yeah, it was a lot. Hey, what?
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
How you doing, sir? I'm good, okay.
Good, good. Just work. So I was late. I don't know what
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do.
yeah. But other than that, we have few. I spoke to David Duffett. He might be help a little bit on that, and we have few. Maybe Voice Center uh, could sponsor some of it. What do you think we can milk some of that?
But Max, it was not clear for me. So what's the format? Is it like a regular OpenSIPit where we, like all of us, will meet, or is it like more like
Yes.
a conference where people will be attending as
No,
well?
no, no. It's like just the people who are testing
Okay.
will be plus like some of CP stuff organizing. But obviously, you can bring if somebody wants to bring
Extra
let's
forces.
say like friend or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that's also kind of okay. Yeah, but
Mhm.
I'm not thinking of any like uh, uh, um, presentation kind of driven event or anything like that. And yeah, so Vlad is a little bit late. Let me repeat some of it. Yeah, so basically looking at maybe doing doing 2 days in the office, and we just did a little renovation here, so a good opportunity. And before and after, probably before drive over. There is like a rafting location where do like water rafting, and just a nice place. It's going to be pretty good in August. Should be good weather, hopefully. And
You have to get insurance for the rafting, or you're
no,
professional?
no. Those guys are professional. Well,
Oh,
obviously you can do your own if you're this kind of crazy. Uh, but I've been to this place. It's basically in the middle of nowhere. There's like little campground they built. You can probably just
Are the dates hard or are you flexible?
we can move it a little bit. It depends,
Okay.
I guess. At this point, we did not book anything
Okay.
or made any commitments
Right.
really. But yeah, the place is nice and as I said, it's going to be uh, pretty good here in August generally. Uh, just near that place, they did one of those summer outdoor music festivals around that area, so it's really nice up there. Um, so yes, it's or if I said like as a backup, we just do the regular online stuff. So what do you guys think?
For me, it's a bit difficult in August. But yeah, remotely I would join up
Okay.
for the yoga part.
Okay. But what is like distance? You don't travel that far. You're not on Klukon, right?
I will not be going to Klukon either. This year I do travel, but August this time is it's a bit blocked.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was about
But
to add that Klukon is on the second week of August, right? So um, the ones of us who are going there, we'll have to see how OpenSIPit fits in.
yeah, but
It's like
we tried to put it after, so you can pretty
it's like
much just
3 days apart, right?
yeah. So what do you think, Livio? Would
So
it
you can
work?
combine them, do Klukon into OpenSIPit. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of the catch there. But yeah, otherwise it would be difficult, I guess, for somebody to fly twice in a shorter terms.
Yeah, I'm fully booked in August, but if Liv if Liv is
Hmm.
flying to Klukon, it might be a good idea to stay a
Yeah,
few more
because
days.
right at the end of the day, you put it on the start of the week. I would say you're not going to put it in the weekend, so there is plenty of time to recover anyway, right? And then fly to Canada on maybe Sunday, something like that, and start fresh Monday.
Yeah, we can
Doesn't
push it
sound bad.
also.
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
just
whatever,
wanted to get
yeah.
feedback.
Yeah. It's not doesn't seem like a problem to me. Doing them back to back.
Will there be the possibility to join online? I mean, I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's
good
what we're
idea.
talking about. Yeah, we're talking about mixed.
Okay, mix hybrid approach. Okay.
Yeah, it could be fun. We wanted to try maybe get a Starlink. I'm sure they have internet there, but those things are pretty cheap right now. So yeah. Okay, but okay, but then on the agenda, do you guys have anything? Oh, let me put this maybe.
Mm.
Shit, what I'm talking about. Do you have anything add or remove? Just I'm sure.
From our end, we can definitely. I mean, if you guys want to test anything with regards to flooding it with our tools.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the point here is that we can build. We can. I was thinking maybe like maybe we can. For example, for us, what could be interesting exercise? We could build some let's say defenses against some of those attacks, like in like in generic way, and then put it up and see if it's effective or whatnot.
Yep. Yeah. So there's that. And from our end, also the performance stuff. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's related to flooding and fuzzing. We could, prepare some, especially if there's specific scenarios like you're mentioning here, the RFC. If there's some new feature that you want to test to see how it fares against certain attacks, or even the implementation of it. Yeah, we could prepare for that.
Okay, okay. I would say we could also work on some of that, some of those ideas of how we could prevent like RTP bleed via uh, SSRC validation, right? So we only latch onto
Yep.
specific SSRC, and then we could actually build it like into some scenarios out of it to verify. Could be interesting. Um,
This is what I was thinking about, like something integrated testing or testing suits for different scenario, or probably automizing all those things that we will be doing what we're doing, like putting them in GitHub Actions or stuff. I was thinking about
yeah, that would be
infrastructure.
great too. Yes, that would be great too. I'm already did some of. We could maybe. Um, could maybe that share that with. Um, and, hashes and algorithms. So there is also, if I OpenSIPit master, there are those more advanced actions to test algorithms, and they're basically can show the scenario. Yeah, so it's more with different challenges, right? And all that is enabling the algorithms. And we can build something for those other RFCs too. Okay, okay.
That's nice.
What about the JWT? Are you guys using it anywhere? I'm just curious. I think Vlad, you guys
I'm not,
did.
yeah, but Vlad did some
Yeah, we have
stuff on
Vlad
that.
here. Vlad, are you using those? So it's actually been recently some. There was a security advisory, right?
Yep, I
Yeah, but
managed that.
using what? Or
JWT, like how you integrate it or how you see it being used.
you mean the security advisory from OpenSIP's side, or
No, Max was asking what's the usage with JWT? How do you use it? How can that be, let's say, explored in the context of
you're talking just
OpenSIPit?
about the GWT stuff?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's I'm using it in several places. It's still like work in progress every year. Like we need some new thing. Most of the providers have started to switching to JWK support for specifying the keys, which is exponent modulus stuff, which we didn't have up until 4.0 support for, and now we have it built in. Because before we only supported actual keys and like PEM format. But I don't know about interconnection stuff. We can, I guess, we can get access to some Amazon account and do AWS Cognito stuff to make sure OpenShips works with, I don't know, AWS and Google, for example. No, I know for sure it works with AWS Cognito. I didn't use it, and maybe with Microsoft Azure as well. I didn't check it with Google, but it should just work. Like.
Okay.
That's what we're supposed to do, right? During OpenSIPit.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. And I guess Radvan, you got some more SRC, right? Recently, at least last time we met was like 2 years ago, so there is that, and I could also beef up a little bit.
Yeah,
Our
we
support.
actually had some feature or improvements on the Cibrix stuff. So yeah, why not?
All right, all right. So what about you, Vlad? Would you come for us?
No, I'm missing ClueCon this year, and my wife is giving birth in 3 weeks, so I won't be
Oh yeah,
traveling.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, right. You'll be busy.
I'll be there. I'll be there online.
Oh yeah, okay, okay, okay. David Daffett said hi to everyone. He tried to make it, but he's a bit busy
Say
right
hi
now.
back.
Yeah. But he promised to catch up the recording, so he'll get all this. Thanks, David. Yeah, but anyway, if you guys talking to the bosses, let them know that would be cool. Yeah, and if you got any ideas, let us know about the tests or whatever. The whole idea was if you have some new stuff and want to exercise it, would be good.
That's all I have. Like so far, like automated or testing infrastructure, but probably it doesn't. Yeah, we can put it on the list if needed.
No, that's okay. I mean, those stuff is boring, but it needs to be.
Yeah, I guess Max was specifically asking whether we have some new SIP goodies up and coming, so we can fully make sure they interact well with CP software, with other
Yes,
with
that's
SIP
the
stacks.
point.
Yeah,
Yes,
joining
yes,
the event.
yes.
Yeah, so it's like it would give the most value out of the whole thing, right? To test the SIP stacks. That's probably how the whole SIPIT started. That was the whole point.
Yeah, but I don't think we have. I mean, for
Mhm.
example, we've done the TCP refactoring, but that fits into the performance stuff.
But we
So
have the
it's
prac
already there.
stuff, right? So
Yeah,
we have the prac stuff that
it's
we
there
added
as
in.
well.
We can see how it. Yeah, maybe if you have uh, some CP also doing the interop, we can see how they play together.
Yeah, it's on the list. That's why
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't mention it.
Yes. And it was fun last time, last few times actually when Sandro or Sipul started like was like flooding with the traffic and stuff breaks and it could be fixed. It was useful stuff, I would say. And stir shaking, we definitely benefited from having it. And now, if you look at that RFC 8760, like the fact that WhatsApp calling just works, that was pretty much the outcome. Kamelio had to do some patching, but with OpenSIPs it worked because OpenSIPs implemented it on
Hmm.
before it was needed actually. So they are not demanding actually. I checked some documentation after OpenSIP Summit. I got curious. They're not demanding any newer ciphers, but they do require you to handle both, having both MD5 and SHA cipher in the challenge. Which I believe was specifically like most of the people who try to interoperate with RFC 8760 stacks last time had that issue.
Going a bit back to what I think Razvan was mentioning, the new implementation of the TCP handling in OpenSIPs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could be interesting to test it, to the max, like flood it until the pipes are saturated.
Yeah, let's
Something,
do that.
yeah, something of a heads up though. In the past, I think we used AWS for infrastructure, but AWS will not, from a policy point of view, they will not allow it. Okay, so
Like rate limiting the connections and
yes. They don't.
okay.
They tell you
Okay.
you cannot do this, even though the real attackers can do this. But right now we're doing such a pen test where the infrastructure is hosted on AWS, and we can't go beyond a certain ridiculous limit that they artificially put on us, and they put it on also other providers who are certified by AWS. So AWS is not ideal for this. It would be better to have something. It should be on the internet so that it's more realistic, perhaps, but it's a provider that doesn't have such policies.
So that brings me to another idea, proxy protocol, for those of you who may or
As
may
well.
not know it.
Yep.
Do
Indeed.
you guys know proxy protocol? Well, we should put that on the list. It's a nice
Okay,
feature.
This is the one by Cloudflare, right? Or-
Cloudflare, it's probably one of the mostly used, but I think others are using it as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe that's to deliver the address of some
The
sort.
real address of the endpoint, yes.
From our end, what we would need is a few weeks ahead to know, okay, we're going to be looking at these different things so that we have some time to implement some tests from our end, some any modifications that we need to do. And then, of course, during the event, we will be modifying our stuff, but it's good to have, some things prepared.
So like okay.
Yeah. And then from our end, we can obviously do the most obvious things, which are flooding and fuzzing, and then some manual tests, of course, to see, okay, especially with the JWT, for example, stuff, how, depending on how you implement things, it might have different problems, perhaps sometimes it's easier to bypass it than if it were done in a different way, or what do they call them? Shooting your foot sort of thing. Sort of, when if you create certain features in a certain way, people who configure OpenSIPs or Camellia, whatever it is, might use them in a way that creates security holes or not. So we could do some manual testing there as well and discuss if there is configuration already present.
Yeah, definitely. Some also could be like some documentation updates, explaining like security practices and potential pitfalls.
Yep.
So people don't fall into.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I noted that proxy protocol. We can look at it, and we'll try to set a scope, I guess, for Sandro to work on some of his. I guess it will be for everyone. I guess we'll also more or less understand the scope. But this is about what I guess right now it's that point where we could we're defining what everyone could bring, right? So to test and then like kind of do a matrix of who can test what with whom. Yeah, and on the performance side, would be also nice if we can set up some encryption scenarios for media. Be interesting to test.
Yeah, I was going to say that we didn't test it yet in OpenSIPit.
Say it again. Sorry.
So I was going to say that we didn't manage to test or run that in OpenSIPs. I didn't at least so far. Media encryption in RTP proxy. Sorry, it would be nice to test it or implement it. Why not?
Yeah, I could work on that too. Like, I mean, if we have time. This is about more like, yeah, what I think like looking back at this, it was actually more like stuff you implement before, like so yeah. Look, could look into it. Ooh. All right, Livio, you have any other suggestions?
Nothing that comes off the top of my head. No. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What did you have in mind in terms of recon? Anything particular, or just put it there because it's?
No, yeah, just put. I thought it might be interesting because they are pretty active, and Thomas actually was with us part time last time. I mean, the guy behind the Vicon standard, Thomas, right? His name.
Yep.
And he did some participate in some interop, but I think he did not have a lot of SIP at that point, so he was like more like just based watching out. But yeah, I thought they might have some something. So yeah, I don't know, because I believe they're trying to build like open standards. So I guess so it might be.
So what I know
support.
is that yeah, they opened up what's it called? Free VoIP. What was it called? This was a free voice over IP service. They opened it up again, and it's using now Vicon. And Dan Jenkins at Camellia World, he was, showing what he did, and he mentioned this as well. So Dan Jenkins, Camellia World. Trying to remember how the presentation went. But
Free
yeah,
world dial-up or something like
yeah,
that.
that's right. So now it's signing all your calls and so on. But yeah, Dan, he gave a presentation about beacons, and I was there, but I'm not remembering exactly how it was in terms of SIP. Yeah, actually.
Free world dial-up is back. fwdialup.com. Launched in 1995. Yeah, okay. I'll shut up.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. That's exactly. And
guys,
so I think
sorry.
he's been doing something with that.
It's more like accounting standard of some sorts, I guess, all the export stuff.
Yep.
Guys, I need to drop a bit. Is it okay, Max, if I mean Livy will be here and will update me with
Sure.
Yeah.
reminder.
Actually, I think I don't think we have a lot of more to talk about, but yeah, if you need to drop, definitely.
Yes, I will. We'll talk, of course.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep
and
you.
we'll
I'll
get
keep
back
you on
to
the
you.
list, Razvan.
Please
Yeah,
do. Please do. Thank you so much, Max.
Okay,
Thank you,
no
guys.
worries. Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me, and
No problem.
see you soon.
See you next
See
week.
you
See you
soon.
next week. Yeah, Sandro. See you
Yeah,
next.
guys.
Have a great evening or day for you.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye.
Papa.
Yeah. So what where were it? Oh yeah, we're talking about Dan Jenkins and the Vicon. Yeah, well, I thought they might have some kind of interest in making sure that different. I don't know how much support they have for that in like OpenSIPs or Camellia,
Mm.
but
Well, I mean, if you saw the screen that I shared, it seems that Dan is using Camelio with vcons. But yeah, I need to watch the presentation again. And
yeah. I spoke to Thomas about this. I think the first time was like 5 or
mm,
a few years ago. Yeah, he's been pushing this format for quite some time.
yeah, no, it's
Um,
definitely interesting. And you know, I mean, I can imagine that it might get implemented, used by more companies. At the moment, I think it's still, you know,
I guess
experimental.
the biggest value is that it's easily digestible by AI, right?
Yeah.
So you can run all kinds of insights, of statistics, so on and so forth. Yeah, charting, data processing over it, over your your voice CDRs. Sure.
Yeah. No, I do see the value there.
yeah, I guess.
We mainly do things once our clients ask us to do them, which means it will take a while for us to look into this. Unlike you guys who start, implementing things just and then.
Don't jump to conclusions. I mean, we might be on the same level, you know. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very difficult to
It-
do things that don't
it-
yet make sense commercially.
Yep. You
Okay,
need
okay.
to take a leap of faith, you know, kind of see the value and then push it until it becomes value. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And there is such a thing as being too early.
Yeah, but with how fast things move nowadays, it early might not be that early actually. So
Yeah.
it might be
Okay.
just the right amount of early, you know.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. What about your team, Sandra? Do you think Alfred will join us too?
I'll have to ask. I mean, there is still time for August, so hopefully he'll be able to join. Yeah, if you know, do you have the dates set yet? Not really, right? But you have an idea.
But at
I
least
also,
online, right? He will be.
yeah, online, yeah. That's much more likely. On site, it will be difficult for him and myself as well.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's like always.
Which week are you thinking about again?
It's going to be like third week,
Third week.
third week of August. Yeah.
Yeah, I also don't know if I will be available during that time. August is a tough one.
Test. It's
Test.
coming through. I don't know, man. Something the hardware. So this Linux is not picking up my hardware mute on the headphones. I don't know why. It's muted. It should be. Anyway, I saw Vlad's comment in the. Yeah, it could be just an HTTP post, indeed, to the vcon. Whatever.
I mean, it's just a glorified
Yeah.
CDR, basically, right? So.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Good. Well, I guess unless somebody has anything else to discuss, that's pretty much all my agenda for today's meeting. So I'll set up some, I guess, mailing list and put some announcement out and see what comes out of it. I definitely will arrange something in August then and test some stuff. Particularly, yeah, for us, like I think Prague would be interesting, and just as overall opportunity to pull merge stuff and finish bits here and there, integrate.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Actually, Alessandro, I want to ask. So, what's the other outcome of that presentation you had? Did you do the same presentation at Camellia or something different?
It was about the same about the VRTC,
Uh-huh.
but on the Camelio scenario. So there's different scenarios or labs.
Yeah.
And one is with Camelio and Asterisk and Coturn, and this, it's the oldest one. And the other one is with OpenSIPs. And now in the past 1 or 2 weeks, past week really, I've been working on one with Janus for WebRTC, which I will be presenting next week. And these are all based on the sort of things that we see, during pen testing. So kind of, we can't tell people, what we find in pen testing exactly, but we can replicate it, and create an environment that we can talk about and hopefully everyone learns something. We as well. So it's good for my personal experience as well, because it's one thing to test and another thing to try to implement something. Of course, I'm using a lot of AI agents to do this in a quicker way. Otherwise, I wouldn't manage.
Yeah. Well. On that end, I hope you will maybe you will have some time to team up with your AI agent and reviews that RFC draft that I posted. I
Oh, yeah.
understand you might not be like, I don't know how much you're into like mathematics and all those algorithms.
It's really not my forte. But I kind of skimmed through the RFC that you sent me. Interesting. And I wanted to ask if there's a particular threat model though that you're the RFC authors. I think you're the main author, right?
Yes. I'm the only author at
Is
the
there a
moment.
threat model?
Well, threat model is pretty much simple. Is that essentially you have this secret, right, which you need to have 2 copies of, right? So, and that creates a lot of opportunities for it to kind of get lost, right? Because you have basically, if you think about it. And by the way, we're talking. Let me post. I don't know if everyone here is seen that post, but I recently like manned up and made my own first RFC draft submission. Just brandish it now into the chat. Yeah, so we're talking about this RFC here, but essentially in any like username and password based schema, you have two two issues, right? You need, or at least two issues. First, you need to distribute and somehow agree on the shared secret, right? So, which by itself is not easy because it could be, somebody could copy it in the process. And then the other problem of it is that you actually have two copies, right? So your like all things being equal, your exposure to any attack on like any site will basically allow things. So if you steal the password, you will then be able to impersonate, like use whatever credit the user is assigned to, and so on. And so with those other schemes that I'm proposing here, you don't have the problem because you're not you're not required to share a secret between one side and another. So it's in a way it's more like what the use model that is used in cryptocurrency networks where you're relying on a trust more than on some kind of shared secret mechanism. So that's the kind of the main motivation here. But also recognizing the fact that, like, for example, like the whole like username seems in many cases like very human, like. So like if I'm setting up like wholesale connection to my vendor on a practical side, what this username represents, like makes no sense. So in this sense, it modernizes the interaction between the parties, and also it opens up some interest and opportunity. So if you use some of those schemes, you could also authenticate the server before you send the response. So essentially, you might verify if there is some man in the middle which is just trying to do something generate you those responses with made up challenge maybe. So like yeah, all those concerns.
Cool. Thanks for the explanation. So you plan on using it for SIP to SIP sort of sites, like?
Yeah, SIP to SIP, and then you can basically you can use it for anything like registration and like on SIP side it just replaces the digest authentication as an alternative mechanism. And basically, I see it as a lot of cases where we could use it. I also build a little. I still need to open source it, but we build a little bit. If you heard, there is a commercial network. It's called Tailscale, and then they basically build like tunnels. You can do it all in SIP. Like you can have just send invite and set up TCP session. So we also we want to use it for that as well. Could also good one to use if you think, for example, if you're doing SIP recording, you probably want want your SIP recorder and SIP recording server kind of have some good authentication mechanism. So you don't have like attacker just sending unauthenticated calls and filling it with some junk, for example. Or
You're gonna
anything.
spoil all the fun we have, Maxim.
Well, what do you mean? You see, so we're thinking about that too.
Is this So there is no challenge response, or is there a challenge response here?
No, there is challenge response too, so it basically works exactly
With,
like.
with SIPREC, you would have a challenge response as well, because they kind of, I get the impression that with SIPREC, they don't like to have challenge response authentication.
But it's about implementation, right? So like
Mhm.
SIPREC is just a standard to set up this.
Yep.
But how authentication is set up is more like operational headache. So yeah, but well, in any case, if you guys will have any questions or any issues with that RFC or any comments even, I would appreciate that.
Cool. Will do.
Well, who knows? One day we'll test it as part of OpenSIPIt, but yeah, it's a bit early for that.
Mhm.
But yeah, well, I will probably use it in some of my toy projects. That. Did you, by the way, Sandra, did you try the digger?
No.
No, okay.
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, we'll play someday maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, good to see you, everyone, and yeah, we'll keep posting, and
Yep.
thank you
All
for
right.
coming. Leave you.
Thank you for
Thank
setting
you.
this up.
Vlad,
Bye
Thank
bye.
you for inviting, Max.
Sergey.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.